Oh, it does double damage because it itself is an odd cost. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Mono White Obosh, which reached Mythic rank number 291 by Resident Genius. This guy's a beast, and he actually put out a Mono Red burn deck as well. So if you're interested in any of those deck lists, check out MTG Zone. It's a great resource to grab some new decks if you guys don't really have the time to hand brew something. I know when I'm short on time, it's my go-to, and especially when I'm trying to push rank. What's everybody else using, right? What's working for them? And then it's a good start. I look at the decks, and then we produce a video, and we can maybe edit them from there and push our own version of them into the beyond. So Mono White Obosh is pretty cool. We've got Basri Ket in here, which is pretty spicy, the new Mono White Planeswalker, so that's a lot of fun. As always, we're going to break down each card individually. What do they all do? Then we're going to talk about the deck strategies and synergy. How do all of those individual cards work together to form a coherent archetype? Then we'll break down my gameplay footage from the day, talking about all the different playlines and interactions that we can find within the new Core Set 2021 meta. Finally, we have my closing thoughts, where we review the deck, all of our opinions on it, maybe talking about what we have coming up within the community, stuff like this. So yeah, if you find any value within this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, share it to a friend. Let's get right into it. Obosh, the Preypiercer, is our companion. When you have a creature as a companion, it means you have to follow the deck building rule, and in Obosh's case, your starting deck contains only cards with odd converted mana costs and land cards. So no even converted mana cost permanents, right? So if a source you control with an odd converted mana cost would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. So that's a lot of fun. We do have to pay 3 to bring it from our sideboard to our hand, and then pay 5 later on to put it on the field. So it is a very late game drop. Onto our 1-drops though, which are very bountiful. We've got 4 copies of Faerie Guidemother. This has Gift of the Fae attached to it, which is a sorcery adventure. Target creature gets +2/+1 and gains flying until end of turn. Itself is a 1/1 with flying. We have 4 copies of Giant Killer, another adventure, this time an instant, chop down for 3, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. And then the Giant Killer is a 1/2, in which we can pay 2 plus tapping it to tap another target creature. 4 copies of Healer Hawk, a 1/1 with flying and lifelink. 2 copies of Hunted Witness. This is a 1/1, and when it dies, it will create a 1/1 with lifelink. Loyal Pegasus, a 2/1 with flying that cannot attack or block alone. 4 Selfless Saviors, we can sacrifice it to give another target creature indestructible until end of turn. It's a 1/1. Venerable Knight is a 2/1. 4 of these. Whenever it dies, put a +1/+1 counter on another target knight you control. Venerable Knights are only knight. Basri Ket, this is a legendary planeswalker coming in with 3 loyalty, +1. Put a +1/+1 on up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible until end of turn. -2, whenever 1 or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. -6, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, so that's very powerful. 4 copies of Glorious Anthem, an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1. 4 copies of Venerated Loxodon. This is our only 5-drop. It has Convoke, which means we can tap untapped creatures to add 1 source of mana, and then those creatures that were tapped receive a +1/+1 counter on it. And then Venerated Loxodon is a 4/4. We've got 4 Sacred Foundries, 4 Godless Shrines, 12 Plains, and 2 Castle Ardenvales. There's no sideboard today. This is a best of 1 deck tailored specifically for regular standard queue. No sideboard, no best of 3. That's the deck list. Let's begin to break down and dive in to the deck's strategies and synergies. Obviously, we have a ton of 1-drops. We can see this. It's very prevalent. The only creature we have that's not a 1-drop is Venerated Loxodon. And Venerated Loxodon ideally is a 0-drop because we will be tapping 5 of our other creatures to cast it, making all of these small creatures just that much more powerful, right? Which is really cool. We have a similar effect that doesn't require tapping through Glorious Anthem. Creatures you control get +1/+1. This is a stackable effect, so this is our ideal 3-drop almost. If not, Basri Ket is very great as well. The +1 ability I really like to put onto our Healer Hawk because it has life gain, right? So it's going to really help you survive that mid-game interaction to ensure that you do get the kills on your opponent. And then you're building up to your -6, which is 100% broken as well. If we have a ton of creatures on the field, the -2 is very good. Keynote that a 0-cost soldier creature token is a even mana sourced creature for 0, which does not trigger off of Obosh's odd mana cost ability. So just do note that the -2 1/1s will not be doubled by Obosh there. However, they will receive the Glorious Anthem +1/+1, so that could still be very beneficial if you have a flooded field. Anything over 4 attackers warrants a -2 in my opinion, and especially if you have a lot of life and don't need the Healer Hawk to be sustaining your life total. Venerable Knight can only put the +1/+1 counter on itself, and then Loyal Pegasus can only attack or block alone. So in removal matches, I kind of like to hold Loyal Pegasus because it's easy for them to just shut it down with one removal spell, right? Say if you have 2 creatures, he removes the other, and now you just have a dead Pegasus in the air. Giant Killer, obviously this is great. It kills things like Questing Beast, Rotting Regisaur very easily at instant speed, so that's amazing. This is one card I really like to hold in my hand. And then Faerie Guidemother, I love holding in my hand as well, just because you can give a creature flying, which is a huge source of evasion. Get up above those creatures with blocker and defender, and get that last amount of damage in. Keynote, you can make Obosh flying and hit for 10 damage, which is very, very obsessive and should end most matches. Selfless Savior can be sacked to protect something from removal. It's a really, really simple deck, you guys. I've already spent more time than I should explaining it. It's an aggro deck. Play the creatures, turn them sideways, smash your opponent. It's that easy. You just want to build into your 3-drop, play it. On turn 4, you put Obosh into your hand. On turn 5, you play Obosh, and you just go absolutely nuclear on your opponent. It's as easy as that. Don't be scared to pay life for your lands. You're the aggro deck, which means it's a race. They need to be beating you to the finish line of 0 hit points, and they shouldn't be able to. You should be able to go wide. And if you can encourage them to try to race you, it means their creatures will be attacking, and they'll be tapped if not having vigilance, and that will open up your lanes free and clear so you can attack without losing any of your attackers within the block procedures. So that's the deck list. This was the deck strategy, you guys. We're going to get into today's gameplay footage and break down all of the different interactions and play lines within the new meta. But before we do, I have to remind you, I'm live on YouTube every single day, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard, and then at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard, we go live on Twitch for 3 to 4 hours, and then we're also in the Discord all day long. We have a ton of stuff going on in there, competitions, giveaways, tournaments. They're all free to enter with cash prizes, so it's a great way to participate in a community that is as engaged as I am and yourself is, or yourselves. So yeah, come say hello. I'd love to have you. Looking forward to meeting you. Take care, you guys. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. Don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on my closing thoughts. 2 lands. That's actually pretty reasonable in a mono white aggro deck. We've got our Loxodon as well, so this is really pleasing me off the start. I don't mind throwing out the Pegasus first, whatever. Just get him out, get him going. It's a good secondary drop as well, but we're going to be just attacking on our turn 3 regardless. Five mana for our Loxodon, so we can free cast our Giants and our Hawk, venerate everything. I do hate Priest of the Forgotten Gods though. It gets my goat. We're gonna save our killer and play out with everything else. Convoke with everything. They all go to 2/2. We'll probably have to sack one because of the priest, but because of our convoke +1/+1 counters, we dodged that damage from the Footlight Fiend. So I was just asked if I did indeed say it gets my goat, and in fact I did. For me, this saying is pretty occultic. So your goat is like your inner beast or your thoughts that you've got going on, and when someone gets your goat, it means they've grabbed your attention and they've directed you from your goals onto some distraction. Let's just start smashing with these Loyal Pegasuses, right? You can do it. Go ahead. And like the rest of this looks absolutely terrible as well. Sure. I don't know. We do need some defenders, right? And we do have them in like 2 turns in the sky, so let's just kill them this way. Yeah, it's all about the animal barnyard references. Even not barnyard. Well, I guess I was just thinking we got like goats, pigs, rats. What else do we reference as like things? I'm sure there's some more. Cats potentially. No, I don't know. Dogs for sure. I always am calling people dirty dogs. Anyways, we need to be talking about this match with Mr. Meeseeks here. He's got Priest, which is gross. We can just kill Venerable Knight or something, question mark. He's claimed our Healer Hawk, which he will sack with the Priest. That's annoying. Yeah, and honestly, I could probably care less about that 1 damage from the Fiend. It's just like, whatever. Go ahead. So he definitely sacks the Hawk and probably the Scorpion, right? He needs to sustain life gain. Really? Saves the Scorpion. He'll use that later. Our Giant Killer, probably. I mean... we do need to finish him, like, quite quickly. So we got 3, 6, 7. Math is for blockers. Screw it. Right? We'll protect our Healer Hawk because it has flying. The form of evasion is really good. I thought he had another ping damage there from the secondary Footlight Fiend. Calls them back. Okay. Attacks with the Butcher. We still have lethal next turn. Right? He kills the Scorpion, goes to 8. We hit for 7. But he needs the Butcher to defend now. Oh, I see. He kills it that way. That's annoying. Okay. 2 mana. This is still a match somehow. Gets the Oven. Plays another Footlight Fiend. Holy. This guy is clawing us down, boys. Goes right for it. Oh, this is annoying. Gets the devil. That's so deadly. Good for him. I think that's game. We have to block this. I still think that's lethal, especially if he just hits us with the damage. Yeah. Because now he deals 2 damage to us and then 2 damage from the sac effects as well. Alright, so we're going to have to do a little bit better than that. Woof. Alright, let's go. First match, a little bit embarrassing. Mono red, that's not a good sign either. We can just keep our creatures alive, get to our anthem. Hopefully we can get a Loxodon to venerate. I think we should still take the Scorch Spitter. If we can pull a land, we'll be in pretty good shape. Whatever. Hopefully he's landlocked. Yeah. Let's grab our third. Nice. Good game. Alright, we had our anthem. Ready to rip. Okie dokie. We do have a Basri. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think, personally. Let's get our lifelink out on the field. I always love to have that evasion attack on turn 2 in case he does play a defender. Or just a haste creature, in which case we can offset any damage it does, which is a lot of fun. Let's spaz out. I wish we had a Venerated Loxodon. Boy golly, would that be fun. Basri Ket next turn. We're going to play Obosh. Shortly after that, we have 4 land looking for our 5th. This is mono red. Ooh, Boros Cavalcade. Maybe Boros Enchantments? Question mark? All that glitters? I certainly hope not. Protect our creature with life gain as it offsets any damage he does. We also don't really care about blocking this Ginger Brew so much.
I will not give up on my god.
Let's just start stacking up this Healer Hawk, you know what I mean?
Time to strike.
Take the damage from our opponent. Or I should say gain a life from our opponent, maybe that's more accurate. Alright, so we're dead in the water at this point. Let's put Obosh into our hand. Play our first red land. We need one more. And Basri Ket goes up, submitting 0. Gross. One turn
sand
from
will
6.
protect you.
We need a defender. 100%. Alright, we do get lucky. Incredibly so.
Oketra's love is your shield.
Our Healer Hawk's a 3/3. It can defend our Basri Ket. And in all honesty, I might just -6 immediately on Basri. Okay, so he won't allow it. He doesn't want that. That's his third stomp, you guys. It's getting a little bit obsessive. Another Anthem. Don't mind if I do. This Healer Hawk is getting pretty tough.
I will guard your advance.
Do we defend or do we aggress? 1 damage, potentially more. We have him in 4 turns, potentially less. Let's go for it.
Your technique is unfamiliar.
So we see this cur hit the field. I don't think that really threatens us. Let's just play this as a creature. We do have the Anthems. That becomes, what, a 3/4? That's quite nice. He's tapped in mana, so I'm not sure what the holdup is. Why he would sacrifice his Selfless Savior. Let's highlight it for him so he knows that he does have priority on his Savior, maybe? Right? Or we could just hang out and chill. That's kind of how she goes some days. We're just pushing this Healer Hawk
Oketra's love
up,
is your
up.
shield.
Alright, let's see what he does here. With 1 mana, he does have his attack phase, 2 attackers on Basri, which is fine. He's dead next turn to the Healer Hawk. I'm game. I'm down for it, right? Totally A-okay. TikTok. The Tin Rope Men. Don't rope your opponents, you guys. Only rope them if they rope you first. And even then, shame on everyone involved. Don't waste time. Like, you gotta get these wins, farm these cards, get the wins for the rank as well, right? So, this is just a sad day in the Magic community. Especially to do it. I mean, obviously he doesn't know that we're content creator probably. But, yeah, just... what a great way to get showcased on the internet. And it's one thing if they rage quit, like it's a Control-Alt-Delete, and they rope out until you win. But some of these guys will rope until they think you've left, and then they'll keep playing in hopes that you're like in another browser. La-di-da-di-da, my opponent left, right? So you gotta be careful with some of these guys, right? They're pretty sneaky and pretty clever. So let's see if it's an organic rope or if they like to... you know, just waste our time. It's a great way to produce high quality content for my YouTube channel, that's for sure. There's nothing more entertaining than watching this little blue light rope burn down and listening to me ramble. Some of the greatest things you can do with your time. Yeah, that is one really helpful thing to do psychologically. Whenever something upsets you, and we get our second Obosh here as well. Oh, woof. And then we're going to minus on Basri. That's hot. Anywho, so when anytime anything that someone else does is upsetting you, well, first, you should think of something, like, absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, example, I get cut off in traffic or buddies roping me. What's the craziest thing that could have happened to result in that situation occurring, right? Like, guy in traffic, does he have wicked diarrhea? Does he gotta find a bathroom? Maybe this gentleman as well. Like, maybe it was a terrible, embarrassing emergency that he just had to, like, I'm out, right? I gotta deal with this. So that will alleviate a little bit of the anger, right? Like, kind of try to make it silly. And then, once you're over it, go introspectively and, like, why did that upset me in the first place? What's going on with my day that this gentleman being in a hurry has upset me, right? Because maybe you're in a hurry, right? And you've got some anxiety surrounding that. And anywho, on to the next match. This is way too many lands. The only reason I'm taking this is off of pure faith that we won't draw a single land. If we were gonna draw a land, that is the better land to have drawn. But come on. We are getting burned, boys. That's not even funny. Well, there goes it. Nice. It's not like that was our only spell or anything. Maybe we can convoke these lands. Cry. We top decked 3 lands after having 4 in our draw hand. I'm surprised that's not another land. I'm being 100% honest. Just negate, come on, throw it at us. Sabotage. Our only hope is that we can clean his hand up before he gets into a draw engine. Okay. What a world. Experimental overload. Interesting. Oh, we know he's gonna counter it. That's a pretty cool play. Bringing back a counterspell. Create an XX blue and red wired creature token that's where X is the number of instant sorceries in your graveyard. Then you may return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Cry. We can chump block this 3/3 all day. We do need some black sources for our Obosh, though. Maybe he's gonna try to hold up mana to counter our Obosh that we can't play this whole time. That's our best bet. No. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah. He doesn't have the land for that. So we're matching damage output. Oh my lord. You could cast that for a decent amount with these control decks here. That's pretty cool. I've not seen that yet. Yeah, we're in just a terrible position here. He could counter it. He does. Interesting. Castle Ardenvale, 100% saving us here. Zero is even as well, so it doesn't deal any more damage with Obosh. We should be doing this on his end step too, in case he wipes the field, but meh. He's looking for his expansion explosion. It's as easy as that. We're looking for anything. Glorious Anthems would be very, very good. Normally we want these matches to be over by turn 4. We've got like 10 land on the field. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I assume there's a counter waiting for us. How could there not be? He's had 10 turns to prepare for it. So he draws a card, counters it, makes a copy of a token that he has. Yeah, very cool. This game's super duper over. Cycling his triumphs. Pretty respectable there. He will need to attack with both of them at least to be having positive effect. How many lands is it possible to pull? At this point, I'm just curious. I can't even handle it. Like, I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. We could pull Glorious Anthems, I think, for the win, maybe. Okay, here we go. 2 land, 2 Basri's not really good, but maybe one gets removed. That means we can freely minus on the first one, I think. You better run away, cats. We got a dog over here. Woof woof. Just scare all the cats in his deck to the bottom. We have a Loxodon. That's a lot of fun here. Okay, there goes our pooch. Maybe we save the giant killer? I don't know. I wonder how low to the ground he is. Incredibly. Let's top deck our 3rd land. The thing that's gonna get our goat is the Priest of the Forgotten Gods. It so often does. I'm just gonna silence this little noise box over here. If it's just the cat, we're okay. Arya could be worse again. It's pretty good though, actually.
Society should be structured so everyone benefits.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. For some reason, I thought we had to do that after, but we just get the ability right away. That's 4 1/1s. Alright, that's like a hit. Not something I'd want us to go against. Gets the kill, takes a chump block. We do get a token out of the Hunted Witness, so it's a weird block, but I'll allow it. Maybe he has a cry, something like this. Down to 15. And we actually even get a chump blocker for our Basri now. Okay, he's got 2 attackers, though. Down to 13. 2 cats, that's not good. It's a lot of chip damage, man. You get the cat.
I have been found unworthy.
Oof. We're gonna put life, or these +1/+1s from our Basri on the Healer Hawk again. We've seen that work real good. Six damage in, he gains 2 life, I think, right? Puts us down to 10. The life gain will help. As long as this Healer Hawk survives. Oof. That's real good. No attacks, though.
We work together. We can achieve peace. I trust in your abilities.
We have plenty of chump blockers. Right? We don't really want any of his creatures to die willingly. So let's just go right up top. Hitting for 6, gaining 2 life. I think we can balance this equation somehow, right? Basri is on the field, being a threat. It can mine us for 4 additional packers here. So he really needs to somehow deal with Basri, I think. If he taps, he dies. Oven's tapped on his main phase. Kills the cat instead of the token. Oh, that was not, that's my end step, not his turn even. So that's not good. Oh my god, no way. I think that's game. Yeah. Wow. First, or Fist of Lochthwain. Is it first or fist? Is there an R in there? Yeah, there's. First of Lochthwain. Wow, just absolutely annihilating us. Oof. We were getting close there. Alright, this hand looks pretty good. No Loxodon, but we'll pull it. We're going wide. Should be able to avoid his priest. Mayhem Devil does deal with us really good, though. Oh, and the oven immediately after. Awesome. At least we can offset a little bit of the damage here. Next turn, we can Obosh. Gain 2 life, deal 4 damage. Not so bad. We can draw our 5th land. That could be alright. He does deal damage to himself. Which basically nullifies his life gain from the cat. His turn now. Scorpion's fine, as long as no priest or devil. Ooh, 2 scorpions. Nice. I'd kill the Reaper. I'd trade with it. Gains life there. Good call. No attacks. My turn. That's a good hit. In for 6. Alright. At 13, he can push up to 17. -2, though, I guess. So 15. I think if we survive this turn, we win. The 2 ovens does help, right? Those chump blocks are nice. He's taking the draw. He wants to find something. Hey, let's tap both those ovens on his turn. I'm game. Really, he's digging for it. He wants the Mayhem Devil? Probably, I assume. Obosh deals double damage. That's it, eh? Maybe he's got removal, right? He's a Heartless Axe, something like this. He must. We can give it indestructible through Selfless Savior, though, so not sure if he's taken this into account. Let's see how it works out. Yep. He was digging for his removal. Still really good hit, especially in the air. He's gonna chump block with the oven here, I assume. No chump block. He takes the cat. So he loses the scorpion straight up. That makes sense, though. He doesn't want our knight to get more than one hit in. Oh my lord. The damage, man. So lethal next turn. Let's see how this plays out for him. Of course he does. Both Healer Hawks are gone. Oh, plus the Pegasus. So he's killing 3 creatures here. No, he kills everybody. Shoot. That's clutch, man. This doesn't make sense. He's gonna cry and kill the whole team? Question mark? Or he wanted it to die so he can kill our Obosh. Got him. Unless he's got removal. We've got him with Flying Obosh. I'm pretty sure. We'll keep our mouth shut right here, but I think we can get him. He's going for it. Wiping out our entire field. We're getting closer. It does go to 5, right? Oh, he just goes for the life. That's a good play. Oh, it does double damage because it itself is an odd cost. I thought he got away from it, but Obosh hits for 10. Woof. Mono White Aggro, 291, Resident Genius. I don't mind it. I'm actually looking forward to more decks from you, bro. This was a lot of fun. Loyal Pegasus, I could go either way with. But nonetheless, I think it's pretty cool. Like Giant Killer, Faerie Guidemother, Healer Hawk, these are all must-have. Selfless Savior as well. I'm just wondering if maybe an Outset of Life's Bounty might be a little bit better, just so we can further protect our constituents, if you will. So this was, yeah, Mono White Obosh. I had a fun time playing it through ranked. We're holding our own in Diamond through Best of 1. I'm trying to stay a little bit away from Best of 1 right now to push into Mythic. I find that I lose a lot of games in Best of 1. It's like a lottery. And at least in Best of 3, I'm in the most amount of control that I could possibly be in. So we're actually moving on tomorrow away from Standard a little bit. We're going to be playing a Brawl. And we've liked Basri Ket so much that we've made our own Brawl deck around him, 100% original. And then we've got some big news on the Brawl frontier as well, you guys. So make sure to stay tuned. We're live on YouTube every single day, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard. And then at 7, we go live on Twitch, Mountain Standard. And then we're in the Discord all day. So thanks for your time and attention, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel financially. You guys are incredible. Even you guys just, like I said, with your time and attention watching this ads, every little bit helps, right? We're trying to get into a new location, upgrade our internet, pump out more content, etc., etc., etc. So, many blessings to you all. Take care. Have a great day. Peace.